Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. I'm dressed in red for a reason, because I have to sound the alarm, you know. Red is always like, There's an alarm happening. 2017 is coming up, and we have to figure out, as we did last year, you could check out my last year's predictions for 2016, what is in and what is out. The time has come for us to predict 2017, and red is the color du jour. It will also be the color of 2017, but more about it coming soon. So, what is in, what is out? As was last year the case, even more so this year, or 2017, denim. Denim. Jeans and denim is in. I mean, I am obsessing with it already now, and I'm sure this obsession is going to fully blossom in 2017. Corduroy is out. Corduroy was out already in my prediction for 2016, and it has been, and it continues to be pretty much out. Corduroy is something very connected to the 70s, and I think we're not back to the 70s just yet. But might happen towards the end of 2017 or 2018. But we'll get back to that in a year if we're still here. A little rhyme there. What is in, and this is the love of mine, and I'm sure it will definitely grow as a thing, as a trend, and as a general revolution for 2017, is used and vintage luxury fashion. Now, for those of you who haven't seen my video before on my I Quit video, you can check it out in the description box down below. I have stated that my New Year's resolution for 2017 is to stop for 1 year purchasing new luxury products. I will be buying secondhand and used, because I do not wish to contribute to this economy anymore, where the prices of these luxury brands are going up, are skyrocketing, but the quality is going lower and lower. They're like cutting costs and saving money where they can, but they're raising the price. So this ratio between quality and price is just so unbalanced that no, I quit. I will not giving them money anymore until they don't change something. Either lower the prices or up the quality. What is out, of course, is buying new luxury fashion products for 2017. I find it to be weak to do that. But the devil is tempting, I know, but still, it's out. What is in? Okay, now this is a very interesting one. Fabric is coming in big for bags. As much as I love my Chanel leather bags, the leather, if you already got a bag, you could say it's used, it's vintage, it's already yours since some time. That's a different issue. But new leather, I'm feeling a total renaissance and revival for experimentation of textures and like bags that are made of velvets, of silks, of denim, of all sorts of fabrics. I think the fear is gone of these bags not being so, in the past years, we've needed to know that our bags could withstand the test of time, that the bags would last us a lifetime, that we could pass them on to our kids. That's not the question anymore. 2017 is more about the moment. It's more about feeling the fabulous fragility of the moment, because the political times we live in are really messed up at the moment, and will be, I guess, even more so in 2017, unfortunately. So I think the bag culture, as superficial as this sounds, will reflect this fragility. And I think bags made in certain fabrics, the more fragile the fabric, the more beautiful it is. That's totally in. The sturdy, heavy-duty, heavy-wear leather bags, they're not on the radar anymore, really, for 2017. What is in are horror movies. Now, the horror movie genre always blossoms when Republicans are in power, but not just that. Horror movies blossom in every sort of environment and circumstance where the people feel in any sort of way endangered or oppressed. And I think horror movies are going to be incredible for 2017. Let's give them some time. They might be shot in 2017, so they might kind of air for the first time or be broadcast or be shown or premiere in 2018. But it's definitely going to be a very fertile ground for horror movies. What is out is sci-fi. And I know sci-fi, science fiction is interesting because it kind of makes us dream of other worlds, but and this brings me to another, what's in for 2017, realism. There's this really strong need for realism. People are waking up. People want to know what is going on around them. They want to evade less. They want to be in the moment more. So this need for realism is such a strong factor for 2017, and I think it's going to be very powerful, and I think a lot of change is going to come thanks to that need, that final and definitive need for realism that people have. So they will be waking up. So sci-fi kind of defeats that purpose in a way. I'm sorry for Star Wars because I love them so much, and they're coming out with episode 8 in 2018. I will definitely go to see it. But there's going to be, let's say maybe Star Wars is an exception, but there's going to be less need for all the mutant movies, for the X-Men, for the League, blah, 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 whatever. The entire comic book stuff turned into movies. There's less need for that in general. Realism is the word du jour, the truth, finding the truth, accepting it, facing the truth. That's in for 2017. Vintage fragrances, and by that I don't mean, well, they don't have to be used. They could also be still sealed, but hunting down vintage pre-reformulation fragrances is in for 2017. Buying new formulations of older fragrances is out. Buying new fragrances that are coming out on the market for the first time ever, of course, is always in because we want to test new stuff. We want to see how it smells. We're curious people, right? So that's fine. But I'm just talking about fragrances that have existed since quite some time now that have been recently reformulated. We are hunting down the original formulations. That's more in rather than kind of giving out the money for something that mostly when reformulated is kind of watered down and the quality isn't as good. I'm loving this one. The 90s are coming back hardcore, and the 90s are totally in. Especially like zippered tops. Baggy, oversized zippered tops with kind of not too big collars, but with collars. And then you have the zipper to close them. And then they could be either in wool, they could have stripes on them, or they could have squares, they could be grungy looking. That is totally in. What is out are button-up tops that are very body-fitted. Buttons are out, zippers are in. Loose is in, tight and short is out. Color-wise, well, you could see already, red is the color of 2017. And in general, warm hues, warm tones. We're talking also very beautiful is a touch of gray within warm hues. Now, gray can also have a base of red in it. So it's a warm gray mixed with primary colors or with extreme saturated colors, to add a little bit of nuance to them, to add a little bit of modernism to them. That added touch of gray into colors is very 2017. We're talking red, brown, and gold. Those are the three colors of 2017. Red being the first one, the queen or the king, depending on if it's male or female. To me, it's genderless. What is out color-wise? Cold tones, cold hues. The thing that is most out is chromed silver. It's out. We don't want that no more. Moving on. Oversized sunglasses with acetate frames. That's definitely in. I'm thinking the bigger the better. Just be very careful. They should be as geometric as possible. Don't get them too organic, too wavy, too kind of, I hate that tendency in general that a lot of, especially Luxottica has, and they're dictating the world as far as eyewear is concerned, to kind of create these curves, just kind of matching the body. I'm talking what is in is oversized, that kind of fights against the physical proportions of the body. That's very interesting. It creates more tension and it creates more contrast in the face, and it's much more attractive. So that's definitely in. What is out, as was for this year as well, I'm repeating it again for 2017, frameless eyewear in general, whether it be sunglasses or ophthalmic reading glasses, they're out. Frameless is out. Big, chunky, oversized acetate frames are in. Baggy jeans, in. Skinny jeans, we're done with skinny jeans. We are so done with skinny jeans. Actually, to me, we were done with them already in 2016, but 2017, we've officially had it with skinny jeans. Seriously, especially because they don't really fit most people. And I'm all for wearing whatever you feel comfortable with. I don't care how you look, as long as I see that you're happy, I'm happy for you. I just think skinny jeans, everybody's wearing them, and that's why I'm just so saturated with it. I'm done. Baggy is the way to go. Not too baggy. We don't want to see your underwear. Leave that for the bedroom, but baggy in general. Shoe-wise, the Chelsea boot is out. I'm also done with that, especially in combination with the skinny jeans. That has been a thing in 2016. Really not liking that genre or tendency. But what is in? Horse riding boots, like crop boots, horse riding boots in general. Everything that it goes up to the knee, strict, severe, almost like military style. Could be beautifully done. It could be hyper expensive if it's from Hermes. It could be a vintage piece. Hopefully that's I'm hoping to hunt them down. I do have a pair of Fendi. Oh wait, where are they? I can show you. This is amazing. I have this shoe since many years now. This is what we're talking. Horse riding boots. Here's an exclusive for you. I'll be wearing this quite soon. But anyway, I can't say more about it. But Fendi from 2000. When did I buy these? 2002 or 3. We're talking this for 2017, and we're not doing the Chelsea shit anymore. Vegetables are in, completely in, more so than fruits. Of course, fruits are also healthy, they're also in, but vegetables are so in. A lot of green hues for vegetables and aubergines with a little bit of purple. Like Marilyn Monroe, she would kind of set up her plate and her food according to colors. She loved that. And I'm thinking the same, like set your vegetables to have all your colors. Of course, blue doesn't exist in the vegetable world, not really. But set up all the other colors. You could have a little bit of corn with that yellow, orangey hue. You can have the carrots, orange. You could have your lettuce, green. You can have radicchio, which is beautiful hue of purple. A little bit of aubergine there. Cucumbers with that light green. Ah, delicious. Cucumbers are actually considered fruits. But anyway, that's a different story. What is out food-wise? Not that any food is out. Food is always in. Don't get me wrong. There's people starving on this planet. We should never mess with food. We should never make fun of food. Food is an essential part of survival of human beings. However, what I consider personally out are mushrooms. Mushrooms are totally out for 2017. They are considered sponges that absorb radiation. They are something in between living creatures and plants. They're between dead and alive. They just scare the shit out of me in general. And I think mushrooms are out for 2017. What is in is a concept of staycation. Evacuating is out. Vacations are out, in my opinion. What is totally fabulous and in these hotels kind of like starting to offer special deals for people living in the city to stay in the city, really low prices for just kind of deciding to spend a weekend or 1 week in your own hometown, but just in a luxurious way. Staycation is completely in. Discovering, because we have this tendency of like forgetting where we are. If you're living in one city, you never really travel through it. You never explore the city you're living in. But I think a staycation is totally in for 2017. You're going to get a chance to explore your own city, stuff that you've been always pushing away because you've been telling yourself, but I live here. I don't need to go to the zoo. The zoo, you should never go to the zoo because we don't want caged animals. But it was a stupid example, Dacob. Other example, you never wanted to go to that art gallery, to the art museum, or to the Natural History Museum because it's always there. And because you're living in the city, you kind of never really go. Well, now you get a chance. You have that staycation concept of being a tourist in your own city for a week, let's say, or the weekend. A vacation is totally out, totally overrated, and a little bit lame. I hate seeing tourists at airports and stuff. They always seem so lost, confused. You just don't want to have anything to do with them, really. Super annoying. Beer is out for 2017. However, what is in is cider. I think I've mentioned that last year too. But cider is definitely, it's like a sparkly wine, but it's made of apples. Delicious. People have to rediscover cider. Cider is the drink of 2017. Beer is meh. Been there, done that. And to end on something that is very dear and close to my heart, and now we come to the reason why I have given you many reasons why I've been wearing red in this video, but the main reason why I'm wearing red in this video is because 2017, what is in is Twin Peaks. Thank you, Lord Jesus, and David Lynch and Mark Frost. Twin Peaks is coming back in 2017, and you better believe it, I shall be stuck to that screen, watching and rewatching every episode thousands of times. I'm obsessing about it. I love Twin Peaks. For those of you who don't know Twin Peaks, please check out season 1 and 2 from the 90s. Season 3 will be kicking in 2017. Dressed in red because and in honor of the Red Room from Twin Peaks. It should be coming out April, May. No date has been set yet, but 2017 is the year of Laura Palmer, of Special Agent Dale Cooper, all the characters that we love so much from Twin Peaks, and it's David Lynch's year. So David Lynch is 2017 with Mark Frost and Twin Peaks. Television movie-wise, what is out, television-wise, especially because Twin Peaks is a TV series, what is out is reality TV. We're done with it. It's super annoying. All the questions we have, are the things scripted or not? It's just really not happening. Actually, reality TV already 2016 was super lame, and I think it's going down the drain, and 2017 is just going to be even worse. So reality TV is just totally out. Twin Peaks is in. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me what you think your tops and flops for 2017 will be, because I'm super curious at this point. This is, of course, just my interpretation of how the times are shifting, how they're moving, where they are heading to, where we are going towards in 2017. Everything is subject to change, of course. I am not foreseer, although I have received really nice messages from you guys. Thank you so much, telling me that I have nailed my predictions for 2016, which I posted. The video was posted in December of 2015. So yeah, you know, we have a fill-in for what's coming. But yeah, my receptacles, antennae, and everything. I'm always like Super D's Dacob. Super D's radar is always on. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to share this video with the ones you love, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I am also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. No matter what the future brings, we have to remember one thing: there is no past and no future. There's only the now, and in the now we never give up on love. Love you guys. See you soon. Take care. Bye.